Back with another album review. For this review and the next one, I'm going to review the solo work from William DuVall. William DuVall is the co-lead vocalist slash rhythm guitarist for Alice in Chains, and he has been with the band since 2006. I know he's got a lot of shit from people over the years, but that's just the purists who are bitching about him simply because he's not Lane Staley. Honestly, the purists need to shut the fuck up and let William do his job. He's a very talented musician, and he deserves respect and admiration for all the effort and hard work he puts into his music. Last year, one purist said that William is not AIC. Well, I can't argue with that, since he's only 25% of the band, given the fact there's 4 guys in the band. Do the math. With that out of the way, today's review is on One Alone. This is William's first solo album. It was recorded at 2 different studios, Amber Leaf Studios and Bay Coast Amp Works, both of which are in Atlanta. The album was released on October 4th, 2019 on DVL Recordings, which is William DuVall's own record label. The album was published by Ultramad Music and Last Leg Music. William was producer, and Jeff Backos and Jeffrey Blount did the mixing. Before we get into the songs, I'd like to mention that William is the only musician who performs on this album, meaning that the title is not a misnomer. The album itself is completely centered around acoustic rock, and you can see that William has an acoustic guitar on the cover. Then again, there are some elements of folk rock. Anyways, let's talk about the songs. This album starts with Till the Light Guides Me Home. Just by listening to this, you notice that the song is fully acoustic. Of course, every other song on the album is fully acoustic. It's a great song, and it starts the album off very well. The next song is called The Veil of All My Fears. The song has a darker tone than the previous one, and you'll notice this if you listen to it. Up next is 3 Wishes. The lyrics of the song are about William wanting his 3 wishes to keep him alive. I also like to add this is my favorite song from the album. After that is Strung Out on a Dream. It's about William missing his lover and wanting to get back with them. There's a lot of people who can relate to this song. We followed up with White Hot. After reading the lyrics, I have come to the conclusion that it's another love song. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because William is free to write songs about whatever the hell he decides to write about. That's followed up by Still Got a Hold in My Heart. Judging by the lyrics, this is yet another love song. That being said, it's really good despite the fact that the lyrics themselves are pretty dark. Next song is Smoke and Mirrors. I don't think I have to go into detail about this song since it's yet another love song. Just roll with it. On top of that, I really like this song. It's followed up by So Cruel. The lyrics are about someone who is very cruel, so the title of the song is not a misnomer. Someone might assume that William wrote the song about the purists who keep bullshitting him for not being Lane Staley, but I doubt that's the case. Regardless, I do enjoy this song. Up next is Chains Around My Heart. What we have here is yet another love song, but let's roll with it. We followed up with Keep Driving Me Away. The lyrics are about someone driving William away, hence the title. I think this is a great song and fits within the album's overall tone. The album ends with No Need to Wonder. I should mention that this is yet another love song. On top of that, I think it fits within the overall tone of the album. I don't have any info on how well this album performed commercially, considering the fact that it was independently released. If anyone knows, be sure to let me know in the comments. From what I read is that this album was met with mostly positive reviews. Hell, it has a 4.7 out of 5 on Amazon, and a 4.8 out of 5 on Discogs. As for my opinion on this album, I think it's very good overall. It's interesting how William decided to do a solo album in the first place. I mentioned in the past that whenever a certain musician who is part of a band decides to do solo work, they often change their style and or genre. William DuVall is no exception since he ventured into acoustic rock and folk rock with this album. That's a major contrast to how Alice in Chains are mostly grunge, hard rock, and sludge metal. Again, there's nothing wrong with an artist changing genres, because it can work under the right circumstances. The case of One Alone is one of those cases where it worked out perfectly. I appreciate how William produced the album by himself, and had the album released on his own record label, in addition to being the only musician who performs on the album. Overall, I highly recommend this album. I recommend it considering the fact that it's one of the most underrated albums of 2019. If you want a copy for yourself, you can always get it from William's web store, along with his second album and some other cool shit. I'm gonna leave a link to his merch store in the description. Now's the part where I question you. Have you listened to One Alone? If so, what are your thoughts on it? What's your favorite song from it? Do you think going in the realms of acoustic rock and folk rock was the right decision for William for his first solo album? And let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell to notify future uploads. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with another video.